Hey, how's it going, everybody? We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Pojď dál. Víš, že v Radotíně je spousta míst, kde můžeš sportovat? Stačí si vybrat. Badminton nebo plavání. Basket. Atletika. Beach volejbal. Gymnastika. Lacrosse. Akvatlon. Cyklistika. Plážový fotbal. Volejbal. Horolezení. Kuželky. Softball nebo tenis. Já už jsem si vybral. A co ty?
Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome back to the 2025 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. It is the final game of day one and the final of our last year's top 4 teams making their debut. The Megamen will play now, and they actually get the early game tomorrow among the gold groups. They're not loving that, but that's what happens when you're 4th. You got to climb up. They've done some really good things in the past. I'm going to double check because I believe that they did win the first time that they were here, which was a while ago now. They have been regulars at this tournament. This is Group D and the Megamen. You can find all this on ahmemorial.cz. The first time they ever came, oh no, they were 5th and 6th back in 2006 and 7, and then won back-to-back titles in 08 and 09, and in 2012 won another one. They have not won since. 4th last year after a couple of 11th places that they did not like. They had been a very competitive team, a lot of top 4, top 5 finishes, and they didn't like the way they were getting a bit older and they were getting a bit tired, and they've got some youth, some excitement on this club. That one bounces off. It's got to be off the post to go that far. It was ricocheted right up over the stands and into the Radotín neighborhood. Might have a couple of numbers I got to catch up on. I don't see a 96. The numbers, they're okay. They're not the easiest necessarily to read. The blue numbers on that black with the blue lines and things. That is number 9 there for the Green Gaels is actually Peter Popia wearing the number 9. Not Bryce Tolmie, as the jersey indicates, as I called him earlier. Should have known that. They're very different players. Popia, veteran right-hander. Tolmie, somewhat more athletic at this point in his career, lefty defender. Pressure from the Green Gaels, who had a great game earlier in the day. And here's a stop. Big save there by Jack Carndiff. Between the pipes for this one. Rob Collins was in net earlier in the day. There's a save at the other end. That's Matt Kuhn in net for the Megamen. He's the only goalie they've got. There is an emergency goalie program process in place. A couple of goaltenders, Romina Earhart, who's actually on the German women's national team of the Worlds last year. And I think Thomas Chekal, I believe, is the other. I'm not sure. Is that over and back? So it spins back and then spins again. Doesn't matter because it winds up going to Graham Bergsma and the Green Gaels anyway. Here's Darren Elliott. Dan Rivera out to catch him, check him. Pretty good trail job by Rivera. Oh, and it's going to be a penalty coming, I think, to Rob Heffron after he blows up Elliott in the 2-man game. Illegal cross check is the call, and that will put the Green Gaels onto the man advantage early on here. Eddie Renault is going to be up at the top as they go strong left. Comes up to Renault. Hard rip, going 5-hole, but it's stopped. Laskowitz going after the ball in the crease. You can do that. You can go after the ball. As long as you can rake under the goalie's stick. You can't check someone who does have the ball. And I think they're going to call it back in. The goalie can pull it back in, but maybe they're saying Murph Butler pulled that one back in. Not exactly sure, but that's a tough one for the Megamen because it gives Green Gaels another chance, another possession on the power play, but it's snagged there. Off on the run, and here's a chance for Schultzke. Nice save, Carndiff. Reaching in after it was Sean Trainer. Nate Schultzke is a burner. He's got some finish. Here's Renault. Penalty's about to expire, so they're going to take their time as Renault gets it back from Laskowitz. Oh, that pass didn't quite connect with Laskowitz on the back door. That would have been a beautiful chance for him as Brady Kiernan tried to get it across. Ryan Kemp with it for the Megamen. Some space being cleared for him by Sean Riley. Thought Riley may have gotten a little bit of a tug on the stick, but it's going to come out to Kuhn. He gets it ahead to Kemp. That is a laser beam of a pass. Matt Kuhn. And they are fired up about it. I was talking with John Kuhn, the head coach, before the game. There's a hard shot that Carndiff swallows up. Points it out there to his teammate Will Carndiff, teammate slash brother. It's turned over, and Kuhn is going to throw a bit of a pick. on Kieran as he was going after that ball. Rivera will hand it off. Here's Alan Singleton moving it across, far side. Another pretty hard rip, but from well outside, Parker Johnson taking that one. So far, not a lot of work inside for the Megamen. I was talking to Pete Saya, who many of you will know from the broadcasts here over the years. He's jumped in with me for color commentary. And colorful it is. Great guy to have on board. Terrific player, but you know, in the back few holes of his career. And he was saying, I said, you're not playing out front? He said, no, I'm coming out the back door for now because we have horses up front. You got guys who can run, strong, athletic. Big save there by Carndiff on that rip from Graydon Cornfield. Speaking of veterans, there's going to be a penalty. Nolan Ruddy, it's going to be wiped out by the goal. There's Ruddy all over the back of Graydon Cornfield. Wearing that minors bucket. Manager of the Junior B Minors. Oh, look at that shot. Kuhn comes sliding across, and fired up is Sheridan Cook. Another Alberta folk. Graydon Cornfield, who did work with the Panther City Lacrosse Club, doing some good work with them. It's a shame that they became defunct. Nice hustle there from Eddie Renault. Gosh, he is so much quicker these days. I was talking to him between games, and he was pointing out he lost, I think, about 35 pounds. He's been a strong guy, but he's so much quicker now. He is really moving. It's just rejuvenating his career. He is part of several of these guys are Brooklyn Merchants, who will be hosting the President's Cup Canadian Senior B Championship this year. They have a heck of a club. Here's Kiernan spinning. And a rip from outside by Renault. It's going to tie things up 1-1. Just a lot of space for Renault. He takes a bit of a whack. You know you haven't gotten there in time with the feet when you have to reach out and take that swat with the hands from distance. And that wasn't enough to stop Eddie Renault. Tyler Grandel rips that face-off out, swats it over, and Brian Santana was coming hard. Grandel actually unintentionally swatted it past him, and Quinn Commandant will get the ball. Leaves it there for Graydon Cornfield. And Graydon Cornfield had some fantastic seasons with the Edmonton Miners, St. Albert Miners, Senior B. He's going to get an assist on this one. That rip from downtown from Parker Johnson. The outside shot's working a little bit, as there's a couple of them that have gone. The high to low, the bouncer sneaks through. Bouncers work. One of my finest coaching moments when I was helping the Peterborough Senior Women's team several years ago. We had a fantastic athlete who hadn't played box lacrosse, who great field player, was on the junior national team. And I told her, look, I want you to shoot bouncer. I want you to take a bouncer next chance you get. She goes out, hard bouncer, scores. I felt like a genius. I mean, fairly obvious, but you know, to tell her to do that. But the bouncers will go. Hard rip, but it's picked off. Bergsma, alternate captain, on the run, wearing that Netherlands bucket. Penalty coming to the Megamen. So Cardiff will get to the bench. It's picked up there, and it's going to be an illegal sub on the Megamen, trying to get back to restrain transition. And instead, they're going to give up a power play to the Gaels, who will try to tie things up. Gaels earlier in the day played the Turku Titans. Pulled out a 6-5 win that they got out ahead, and then the Titans really battled back with the last couple of goals. It's actually 5-2 Titans after a 4-0 Green Gaels start. That one really got tight. 2 goals from Darren Elliott, and then 4 players with 1 apiece. Kieran Laskowitz, Angus Rodding, and Eddie Renault. That one's wide from Laskowitz. Bounces loose. The first guy there is going to be Darren Elliott. That's huge to get a second chance on the power play, but he misses again. You don't have to pick that up. I'm not sure why there's a rush there from Dean Casey to pick that one up, as the 30 was about to expire. Let it keep ticking, especially with the running time. Your penalty will just keep ticking away. Another save by Cardiff, and he pounces on that loose ball as it just rolled gently away from his crease. Now we're going to have a call the other way. Oh, and it's an illegal cross-check on Nate Schultzke. So it will be the Megamen going short-handed again. Interesting conversation at center floor. Brady Kiernan wearing his Ottawa Black Bears bucket, where he's gotten into a couple games this year, talking with Eddie Renault and Luke Laskowitz. All dangerous players up at the top of that horseshoe on the power play. Let's see what they've set up. Kiernan's in the middle. Laskowitz on his offside, takes a rip. It's a little bit wide, and that could lead to a breakaway chance. Nice angle taken by Darren Elliott. Oh, but the effort by that was Jack Stahanczyk. Love that play by Elliott to just change his direction. And then the shot, Eddie Renault was thinking pass, but they took away the pass. So he's like, I'm on my offside, I'll take a rip. Look at that line drive. Holy cow, Mike Kuhn can throw the ball. It's a bit too much for Miller at the other end of the floor. John Miller trying to grab that one. The Gaels will come away with it. They've got 11 left on the power play. If they're going to take a chance here, they got to go pretty quick. You don't want to be shooting with a couple seconds to go. Oh, Laskowitz knocked down. Looked like kind of on the back. They get it down to Schultzke coming out of the box. That's the danger, but Eddie Renault is there. Has a little trouble grabbing the ball, and Schultzke's on him. Schultzke's going to try and pin him. Renault's got to get it ahead. Nice job to battle out of that check and make the pass forward to Kiernan. Sure, the Kiernan family watching back home in Ontario. I'm trying to remember if they're Whitby or Oshawa folks. Sorry about that. Here's a chance for Casey. He loses the ball, though. Runs through the crease. There is some contact with Cardiff, but Cardiff initiated that by reaching out with his stick. So the play is just blown down. Here's Nate Woods, Transition Player of the Year, I believe, in the Arena Lacrosse League East. Tries to make the pass, winds up being a pass to himself as he didn't get to Elliott. Now Elliott will take this bouncer. We're into the final minute and a half of the first half, 2:15 minutes running time. That pass didn't quite get through, but Elliott almost came away with it anyway. John Miller on the run. Here's Graydon Cornfield. Oh, hard rip from the outside. A lot of downtown shots though for the Megamen. Kuhn will just watch that one roll into the corner. We're down to the end, and Schultzke will tap it into the corner where Kiernan will go get it. A 10-second difference between the shot and game clock. So Gaels can't hold for the last shot. They're just going to go ahead and push. Not a lot of holding for the last shot because the games are so quick. Teams get that kind of go, go, go mentality. Oh, Dan Rivera nicely in the lane. He's going to take off. He can be effective in transition. He's going to hit Schultzke. It's a 2-on-0. Schultzke scores. And what on earth just happened for the Green Gaels? That is not like that team to break down that way. And it just leaves a wild... Look, there's no Green Gael anywhere near the screen. Schultzke, here, this is going to be a great look. They're all just jogging to the bench. Holy cow, there's barely a player off the bench to come out and transition defense. As we get to the half, it's a huge goal to put the Megamen up 3-1. This is the final game of day one here at the 2025 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. I'm Steven Stamp. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes with half number 2 of our game to wrap up the day. Join us after the conclusion of play today is Adam Serpard and I. He is the guy behind the National Box-Lacrosse League, which is doing some great things here in Czech Republic, in Prague specifically. And he and I will be going over, we'll be having Radotín After Dark, letting you know how things went around the tournament today, setting things up for tomorrow, which will be day 2 of this 4-day 30th anniversary, or 30th holding of the Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. Haas spins away from a couple of checks, over to Sheridan Cook. He's going to rip one, misses, bounces out. Nice job defensively by Angus Rodding to take away a chance there. And now Nolan Ruddy's on the run. Twister kind of handcuffed Matt Kuhn for a moment. They make the outlet pass right along the boards underneath us here. Trainer to Schultzke, who had that last goal in the first half. Nice job coming back to grab that one by Tyler Grandel. Grandel's pass to Thomas McDonald. Bounced around, but he's going to get it back. There's Kiernan. Dancing in some tight traffic. It's tipped away. Nice job getting a stick in that lane by Justin Tischler. Kiernan goes to the crease and is getting shoved into the turf. Kuhn will come up and give him a push. Kiernan's just trying to go back at his stick at this point. Bit of a tangle in towards the crease. Things getting chippy in this one as well. These upper level teams definitely bringing the intensity. Laskowitz gets tied up with the defender. Bergsman handed it to Renault. He finds some space and gets that shot off, but it's a fair bit wide. But it looked wide, quite a bit wide from here. Maybe closer than you think. Behind the play, things really getting after it. It was Rob Heffron going after one of the Gaels players who giving him a bit of a push in retaliation. Everyone right now, everyone's retaliating because things have been happening both ways, so everyone feels like they're the last one aggrieved. So they're determined to return the favor. That's how long-standing wars get going, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have an illegal pick on the Gaels as they were trying to come forward, and it'll be turned over to the Megamen, who lead 3-1. Dan Rivera will get it. Looks like Rivera's staying out for the offensive shift. Or is he? Is he even out there? Maybe it was Sheridan Cook that went to get it. Nate Woods can't quite get that outlet pass. Matt Kuhn with the short one. Gets it across to Miller. Flings it ahead. Bounces past everybody. Petr Popia, longtime Czech national team player, wearing number 9 here. Now runs the restaurant, owns the restaurant here, Restaurace Sokolovna, at the end of the rink. Terrific place for lacrosse gathering. And a veteran play to make that bounce pass. Getting out to McDonald. Over to Bergsman, who'll step back, slow things down, get set up. They got 18 on the shot clock, lots of time to work with. Here's Elliott, wearing an alternate captain's A for this team. Renault across the top. Hard rip. Pete Sy was getting out to put some pressure on, but good chance there for Renault. Kuhn had to make a stop. Breakout chance for Rivera, just gets away as he ran into a little interference from the Gaels. Big pick from Saya on Rodding. Nice job to create some space, but ultimately didn't lead to a transition chance. 17 left for the Megamen as they're still completing their change. Sheridan Cook rips it across to the far side cornfield. Gets this shot off. Pretty good chance. Swallowed up by Cardiff. Another veteran pass. This one from Will Cardiff. Kiernan spins underneath, gets the shot off. Kuhn is able to stop it. Kuhn. It's like Bowie Kuhn, I believe. I was just talking to John Kuhn. I should have double checked. be fair, there wasn't a whole lot of time between games. It's the 4 gold games of last year's top 4 finishing teams, back to back to back to back. Nolan Ruddy doesn't come up with the ball, still doesn't come up with it. It's a hot potato for him. Gets it for a moment, but by then he's got somebody on him. That's an over and back. Ruddy's trying to argue that it was played by the Megamen, but it actually bounced back just off of him. Cornfield, nice quick stick, kind of a sweeping motion, torquing with the upper body. Here's a chance. Oh, a little too far for Laskowitz. I think Popia got a little overexcited. Made the pass just a step or so early. Great forecheck pressure, though, by McDonald. He's all over the floor for this club. Thomas McDonald. So we're gonna have the rare non-center face-off. And Eddie Renault saying, let's go. Blow the whistle, I'm ready. They're gonna wait though. Till Sean Traynor is also ready. And now Renault, a lefty, is in that kind of backward position. Usually you switch over to righty for the face-off. He was hoping to get the early whistle. That one was ripped. The Gaels need some goals. Again, their 6-5 win earlier in the day puts them in a pretty good position to start. Schultze is indicating to the bench, let's roll. Something he's indicating, pointing to him. Oh, you know what? I think it's his shoulder. Yeah, his shoulder's a little banged up. Nice pass by Cornfield. Doesn't quite connect. 6 attackers on with the delayed penalty coming for the Megamen. It's going to be an illegal substitution for the Gaels. Where's that holding? Ryan Dutkus will indicate. Oh, it's holding, okay. From behind, it's not easy to tell. Of course, the hold is the grasp of the forearm with the hand. Illegal substitution is just the one forearm on top of the other. So Nate Woods is off, and he's a key part of their penalty kill. This is critical here for the Gaels. Another penalty coming. Just take the shot. Actually, no, you want to keep playing because it's running time. You keep playing. You know, in a normal situation, you would just take the shot and try to get the 5-on-3, but in this case, that one will go out of play. See, now the 19-second or the 30 seconds remaining on the first penalty will probably be pretty much eaten up by the player making his way to the penalty box. I'm trying to see who it is. Well, that's McDonald, 18. I'm not sure why the front number is covered up. So it was a 5-on-3 for a bit, and they got a shot. Now it's back to a 5-on-4. What a pickoff there. Oh, but the ball pops away from Will Cardiff. Creighton Cornfield gets it, will lob it across to Johnson. Behind the back pass. Johnson blasts one. Cardiff with the stop and pounces on the rebound. Graham Bergsma looking up the floor. Long bomb for the man coming off the bench, Darren Elliott. Doesn't quite connect. It's going to go all the way to Kuhn. Now there's 12 seconds left on the penalty. Coming down, we'll see if they try to go. Looks like they will not with 4 left. That's nice presence of mind by Sheridan Cook to just say, settle down. We're not shooting. To the player coming out of the penalty box. McDonald did hang up the floor. See, he was ready. He knows what's going on. Bergman grabs that one, fights out of traffic, and very calmly makes the pass ahead to Popia, who hustles. Oh, it gets away from him. That's why he was sprinting ahead. Popia's thrown a couple of passes that have just been uncatchable for his teammates. There's Murph Butler into the offensive zone. There's a rip from Singleton. They're saying it is off of the Green Gaels. Kind of a merger of the Megamen team with more dudes. An up-and-coming tournament team. I believe Singleton, I believe those yellow gloves are some more dudes' paraphernalia. Nate Woods spins. He was looking at Elliott at the far side. It wasn't there. A few folks thought there was a goal because the butt end of Kuhn's stick wound up going back into the mesh. They saw the mesh moving and thought that's a goal. It was not. The ball was underneath Kuhn. It's just the stick. Quinn Commandant to the far side. Toe drag going to the net. Pretty nice drive, and the putback attempt by Cornfield. Cardiff got the first one. Not sure if the second one got through. Cornfield withstands the check. Everything opens up for him. He's going to shoot, score! The veteran Graydon Cornfield comes back to play and shows you he can still do it. It's a lovely job by Graydon Cornfield to extend the lead to 4-1, and the Megamen are back in contention in this tournament. Coming fourth, they were in it last year, but just a bit short of what they wanted to do. Perfectly placed by Cornfield. Grandal battling there against Spillane. Jim Spillane gets it, and here's another chance for the Megamen, wisely pulling it out there. Jack Stahancic heads to the bench after making that good decision. Ripped behind the back pass from Cook, doesn't connect. They're going to come back to Cook. No, they're actually going to skip it. Hard shot from Johnson leads to a break chance for McDonald. Player coming hard off the bench. Nice hustle coming into the play by Sean Traynor. He's going to be rewarded with the loose ball. He's going to push the pace, find Singleton off the bench. I think he might have had a better shooting position than the man he was trying to pass to, Sheridan Cook. Here's Cornfield. They can take their time. They don't have to rush with a 3-goal lead and 3 minutes left. We'll go to stop time with 2 minutes to go. Driving to the net. That was Andrew Hawes. Coming way up to put some pressure on George Castle defensively. He's trying to go with Woods, and Woods drives to the net. That's a nice save by Kuhn. And George Castle is a good player, but he may want to rethink that strategy of running at Nate Woods, who will just zip by you, as he almost did there. Rivera hands it off. They go tic-tac-toe. Nice finish. Great passing and the sweeping quick stick shot. That's Ryan Kemp right on top of the crease. Watch how quick this release is. Oh, beautiful play. Love that finish by Ryan Kemp, and it's 5-1. We are now into stop time as we've gotten to the final 2 minutes. And the Gaels are going to need that if they're going to be able to come back into it. Reset. And the ball will be lobbed up to the top to Pete Saya. Hands it off and heads in for an offensive shift. That's a pick. Takes a bit of a whack from Cardiff. Cornfield sees his man, Spicy Pete Saya, with a good chance on top of the crease, and now he's going to get a loose ball. He referred to himself as an old horse that's looking to be taken to the glue factory. Nonsense. He's got some game in him yet. That pass is to nobody, but it will be tracked down. And as I mentioned, Spicy Pete will be back up here, adding some liveliness to the color commentary in the booth. Love having him in every year. Coming up to the final minute, Megamen making their case to win this pool. They, of course, will face Turku Titans, 6-5 losers, although they scored last. They outscored the Gaels 4-2 in the second half. Really were coming on strong at the end, so the Titans, no pushover, but this 4-goal advantage that the Megamen have could stand them in good stead. Final 28 seconds. Cardiff indicating to the bench, should I come? They're saying, no, you can stay there. Hard rip from outside by Elliott. Bergsman reaching in, trying to grab it, steps on the line, I guess, because certainly he was okay to reach in and try and get the ball. Must have stepped on the crease for that call. 4 seconds. John Miller was starting to go to the net, realized that the final seconds were ticking away, and the Megamen will go to their goalie, Matt Kuhn, who had a strong game. The Gaels over to their guy in Jack Cardiff. The teams will shake hands after the final game of the day. Remember, stick around. In a few minutes, I'll be joined by Adam Schupard, and we'll be down on field level. Oh, right here? We're going to be right here in the booth. Excellent. We have a banner up. Where's the banner? Hey, there it is. This is all coming together. We're going to set things up, and we'll be back with you for Radotín After Dark in just a few minutes on the LCC Radotín YouTube channel. This has been day 1 of games at the 2025 Aleš Hřebeský Memorial. Make sure you join us for Radotín After Dark, and tons more coming over the next 3 days.
Pojď dál. Víš, že v Radotíně je spousta míst, kde můžeš sportovat? Stačí si vybrat. Badminton nebo plavání. Basket. Atletika. Beach volejbal. Gymnastika. Lacrosse. Akvatlon. Cyklistika. Plážový fotbal. Volejbal. Horolezení. Kuželky. Softball nebo tenis. Já už jsem si vybral. A co ty?